The first major land battle of the Civil War was fought on this field in Manassas, Virginia. Just 9 miles away is the headquarters of an admirable business run with military precision. Meet F.H. Furr Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Ask Floyd Furr how he started his multi-million-dollar business, and he'll tell you it began with a toilet.
I took our only toilet out of our house, sold it to a customer, just so I could meet their needs and turn a buck.
And the bucks have been turning ever since. Led by Floyd and his wife Barbara, the company has experienced double-digit growth since 2001 because they run a tight ship with a feverish focus on the basics.
It's a very aggressive stance that I take. I believe every opportunity, every call, every job, every single thing out there is mine to lose.
Floyd also credits Nexstar for supporting him in his quest for success.
What I found from Nexstar is that the things that I had thought, the things that I knew needed to be changed, all of those things they reassured me of. They told me that my thoughts were right, my plan was right, I just needed some tools. They gave me those tools and I wasn't afraid to use them.
Helping Floyd use these tools and lead the charge on growth at F.H. Furr is General Manager Joe Bamford, who hires the right people for the right jobs, and he often steps out of the industry to find them.
We brought outside people in and weren't afraid to pay the money that it needed to get their expertise and look at it from outside the plumbing, heating, and air conditioning box that we all put ourselves into. Yeah, a common mistake people make in this industry is they get a technician or they get somebody that's been working hard for them and they promote those people into supervisory roles, and they really don't have the experience to do that. Only thing they know is what you've taught them.
And you have got to position the right person in the right job. And I used to say that if I could clone me, I could have the perfect company. Well, I would probably have the absolute worst company. And if I've learned anything, I've learned that these different personalities, these different viewpoints, all are positives, but you still have to be in charge. You have to listen. You have to, take in consideration what people think and their viewpoints, but you've got to then make a decision, and your team has to support that decision and move forward.
Moving forward requires marketing, and Floyd's top seller is a fleet of 75 service trucks that head for the highway every morning, and Floyd Furr's photo is on every one of them.
I think it's been one of the best things we've ever done was to place a face with the name. This way we feel that the people are going to understand who the real guy on the back of the truck is. We want them to know there is a man here. This is a family business. It's here for the long term.
Another marketing strategy that is generating big revenue for Furr is a partnership with a big box retailer.
Do a lot of business with Home Depot. We have 19 stores in Virginia. We learned a lot of things by dealing with a retailer of how to do business a little different rather than contractor.
Floyd Furr's innovation has played a key role in his company's success. For example, this is a Barnett warehouse on site within his business, and a first for Nexstar. So tell me about this unique setup with Barnett.
Well, this is a Barnett warehouse. They come in and they set it up. They physically own the shelving and all the material and the boxing. They man the warehouse. They have their own software system. They control the loss. If we have a warranty issue, they write it up immediately. It works very well. It keeps me from owning it and having to pay the personal property tax. Plus, if I want to turn something over, I don't like a product, I just tell them what product I would like to use, and they bring it in and replace the product.
Another long-term investment that Floyd's glad he made is his $150,000 on-site garage. where his fleet is kept in tip-top shape, assuring efficiency and safety on the road.
Our guys know no matter what truck they get into, that our chief mechanic has looked that truck over and has certified that truck to go on the road. And if he has any qualms at all with that truck, he will pull that truck.
If I really need something to do my job properly, I get it. No questions asked. If I say Floyd, I tell them what I need and tell them why. Okay, sounds good.
3,908 hours.
Sales manager Darius Livers makes sure that sales are coming in to support the operating budget, driven by the right people. For example, at Furr, techs don't sell replacement equipment because the books show that they're only profitable when billing their time for repair and installation.
And we have found that by assigning the proper consultant to the situation or to the prospect has enabled us to not only give the customer what they're looking for in a much more professional environment, but also increase the numbers, our sales numbers, our closing percentage, and give that particular client exactly what they're looking for and getting it right the first time.
And how do they get it right the first time? Ask CFO and Customer Service Manager Sam Nance.
But we have 10 customer service reps, which we're able to rotate and work up to a certain time in the evening to better service the customer. On the other side of customer service, we have our dispatchers. We have 8 dispatchers, which are our direct lines to our technicians. They take care of closing out the technicians after every call and then dispatching their next call to them. We've found that live invoicing has been the best way for us because it gives us our numbers and our information directly that day so that we don't have to sit for a week and wait to find out, how we did yesterday.
Knowledge, efficiency, and customer service begin with training. In addition to customer service training, FH Furr has a fully operational training center where techs go on a weekly basis to fine-tune their technical skills.
So all these systems are running systems so that you can really train on them and use them.
Yeah, they're fully functional, have power to them, vented, so we can actually set it up as a field environment and physically see the technicians train and diagnose the problems. We have them actually install a system. We actually give them a replica of how we want it installed, how we want everything ran, how we want the wires run, how we want the water lines run, how we want it taped, how we want it set, how we want it leveled. So they know exactly what our expectations are. It's helped out a whole bunch on some consistency and teaching and training these guys because they're set in their ways and they're proud and they think they know how to do it and they've been doing it that way for a long time and their way is the right way. And when you actually see what they do, it's sometimes very, very enlightening.
In another attempt to monitor the quality of work performed, FH Furr requires techs to shoot photos of the work they do in the home so it can be critiqued back at the shop.
You got a homeowner here pointing at his thermostat. Okay, and then a homeowner here showing where his filter's at. And then we actually show what the pressures are on the gauges, actually show what the temperature readings are so we know what the supply and the return is so we know that the air conditioner is cooling. If you hold people accountable to things that are like this and tell them why we're doing it for the benefit of the customer and the benefit of them so we know they did their job, they'll cooperate, they'll do it, and they're more than happy to do it.
Plumbing Service Manager David Pugh knows that skills polished in the training room translate to revenue reflected in the bottom line, so he charts daily performance to assure annual results.
What you're viewing here is graphs. We have graphs set up for the amount of calls that we need to provide every day to our service plumbers. It's actually in the service plumbing division. How many service technicians are scheduled to work, what that outcome is, and how many sold hours these service technicians performed. David gets down every day the result of that from our software, what those numbers are. David will actually take the graph down, actually draw the red line on there to track.
Floyd Furr has a tireless focus on growth, fueled by faith in God and in his employees.
I believe that we pay attention to the details. We treat the public properly. We never lie, steal, or cheat. And that we will do what's necessary to make you a happy customer. I know people say that. I know it's said all the time, but it truly is the truth here. And these people work exceptionally hard to meet goals and to move us forward.
Floyd's passion and commitment to his business have led him to great success and more time doing the things he loves, like hunting dangerous game. His trophy room is quite impressive.
If I had my way, I'd be in Africa every summer, all summer.
By making the most of every opportunity, delivering high-quality customer service, and motivating through pride and reward will take FH Furr into the future. And what does the future hold? Ask the next generation of Furr leadership, Floyd's daughter Tracy and son Jesse.
Well, I mean, the goal is always to be number one, be on top. I'd see the company grow to be twice as what it is now. I like to see us move out and branch out in other areas. If it's up to us to make the company grow. They put their time in. It's time for them to get their sweat equity, and it's time for the next generation, to step up and move it forward.
I cleaned so many bathroom floors for the company that I can't even count, and then I got to file. And then you slowly gain your responsibility and things. So now I can look back and say, I'm not telling you to do something that I have not done or would not do myself. Because I've answered phones, I've dispatched, I've done all the paperwork. There's nothing that we wouldn't do.
And son-in-law Sam Nance is also committed to doing all that's necessary to move the company forward.
It's definitely something that we look forward to. It's not going to be easy. We're trying to surround ourselves with people that we trust and that we work well with in order to take the business on and to further growth.
We're here to build something for the future, for the family, for its employees, and for these customers out here to have somebody they can rely on.